Good morning, first grade. Today, we're going to talk about the fifth letter of the alphabet. Yesterday, we talked about the fourth letter, which was D, or its name is D. That's right. And before that, we had C, which sometimes makes a sound like city, and sometimes makes a K sound like cave. Most of the time, it makes a K sound like cave, but sometimes it sounds like city. Before that, the second letter of the alphabet, B, that's right. And we drew a picture of a bear and some blueberries, and maybe some balloons. And the first letter, do you remember our first light being? A, yes. And sometimes it says its name, A. Today, the fifth letter of the alphabet is our fourth light being. Do you remember the fourth light being? The first one brought the dawn, the rosy, warm color, red. The second one brought the sun up into the sky with a beautiful golden light. The third one saw the people were getting hot, and it brought in the cool purple and blue of the universe. The fourth one saw that evening was coming, and it jumped down off the clouds to come and bring this green color to wrap the people in, to protect them. And they went inside their homes and they felt safe. In that beautiful evening light before dark. Today we're going to draw that picture. But first, let us find our slippers on our feet on the earth. Can you feel the earth? Maybe today we are just barefoot so we can really feel that earth. And on your head is a crown with beautiful green leaves and perhaps some eagle feathers. And on your finger is an emerald ring. I'm going to show you my paper now. Okay. Let's see on the corner. Sorry, it's taking a little longer today. There we go. All right. To start, I'm going to use, again, my lemon yellow Papa Bear side. And I'm going to make some beautiful earth. What sound did people hear when the fourth light being came down? The fourth one. They heard eh and e. That's right. So earth. You can hear the eh, and that comes and pulls the sound down a little. Earth. Now I'm going to switch to my blue. See the beginning of this beautiful earth coming in. I'm going to switch to my green here. Very nice. And I might even add a few hills in the background. We'll see. Yeah, a little more earth. Since it's so important. Now, the people, when they saw the evening coming, went into their houses. But before we draw the evening, we're going to draw a house. And would you know it? We put on the word house at the very end an E that does nothing at all except protect the word and help the ow sound in the word shine. There are a lot of silent E words where the E helps protect the word and make it sound, but it doesn't say anything. Now for this house, I'm going to use my brown block crayon. You may do the same. I have 2 walls with Mama Bear's side and a top. I'm going to make a roof for this house. And we'll have a window. Let's see. Maybe we'll have 2 windows. Maybe the door is on another side of the house. 2 windows. Now I'm going to switch to my stick crayon. And I'm going to make sure we can see those windows in the light. I could put very softly a little line over here. The window doesn't have an E in it, but I did put this E for that green comes in to protect the people inside the house. Now, let's see. Before we draw the evening sky, there's an animal that begins with E. There's an eel, but that lives in the ocean. There is an elk. I thought I might try to draw an elk. Now, elk are they're kind of like a moose, but they're a little different. So I'm going to start with my head, and I'm going to go very light with my block crayon. And if you go very light and you don't outline, then you can always change your drawing if you don't like it. Because you don't have any outlines to scribble out. No. Elk are big and strong. probably gonna need to make my head a little bigger. But we'll see once we get there. And they have a hump on their back. Like that. A little like a buffalo. If the elk is too hard, you do not have to draw an elk. That is okay. Make this one's body long enough. They are long, majestic creatures. Give him a longer body. And a longer head. There we go. It's a little better. We'll practice drawing elk in 4th grade. And they have an eye. Eye is another one of those E words. Right about under their antlers. And they are darker. They have darker fur around their necks than they do elsewhere. All right, I'm going to leave my elk for now. Let's have a tail. All right. Now, this evening that's coming, when the sun goes down, the sun has gone below the ridge. That bright golden light is right there. And around the sun, we might still get a little red in the sky. And the red moves into the blue. Give it a little more red. When red and blue mix together, what color is that? It's purple, that's right. Bring just a little purple from the red into this evening light. And then you could bring in a little darker purple if you have two purples. And that red is fading from blue. Soon you are up into the blue, the dark blue sky of night. Maybe it's early evening and the stars aren't quite out yet. Do you remember who brings the stars and the night light of the moon? That's the fifth light being. Bring a little more purple into my evening sky. Now, let's see. Emerald. Do you hear? There's more than one E in emerald. I think someone has left their emeralds in the grass. I'm going to take my light green. Might need a darker green. And draw some emeralds. Somebody left these emeralds in the shape of an E. And at this house, there's a small garden. And in this small garden, are growing some eggplants. My mom used to grow eggplants in our garden when I was a kid. We had a concrete backyard with only a tiny little space around it for a little dirt. And she grew eggplant in a tiny little space. This family has a much nicer space to plant. And do you know what? I think coming out on this side, right by this house, might be a little tree. Just a little tree. And in that tree is a nest. A nest. And you know, in that nest there is an egg. that tree a little green. It's okay if the evening's in the tree, for when the evening comes, it makes those green shadows before nightfall. Long green shadows. Just want to make sure we can see our nest with our egg in it. And over here, we have another tree. Where the elk likes the forest. You can add another nest and another egg if you want. And right in the middle, I was thinking perhaps we could put a little tree, not quite as tall as the others, maybe. A little young tree. It's just finding its way. I think I'm going to add one more eggplant plant to my drawing as well. Three is a good number. And 3 has 2 E's in it. And there we are. And you see, this earth, in the earth that we have made, we have a shape. With these 3 trees, we have made the letter E lying down. Nice work, first grade. What other E's can you think of? Words with E or E in them. My name starts with one. Elizabeth. Or when my dad is cross with me, he says, Elizabeth. I'm ready to eat breakfast. Sometimes there's a holiday people celebrate with eggs in the springtime. Easter, that's right. Today I tell you a story about a beautiful bird. An eagle, that's right. I think I have told you some other stories about eagles this year. Ooh. And at the very beginning of the year, one of the things that we do in first grade is we listen with our listening ears. That's right. And our watchful eyes. Eyes is a special word because it has two E's, and none of them sound quite like we expect. Eyes together, there's a Y in that word that makes it the E change into an I. The sun rises in a particular direction. East, that's right. And it sets in the west. West. What else can you think of? I'll see you next time. Thanks for drawing with me.